Well, today we're out here with they call it a STEP event. We're educating the kids on drinking and driving, texting and driving, basically to be aware of their surroundings when they're driving their vehicle. Like you see on the table behind us, we have some beer goggles. They simulate the fact that you're being impaired visually, not so that the student gets a feeling for when they're driving a vehicle intoxicated, how many motor skills are involved. And in this case, we're throwing a ball or bouncing a ball towards them to see if they can catch it. And what most students are realizing is it's taking a lot more focus, a lot more concentration, and a lot of more motor skills to try to get that ball into their hand. Some things that we take for granted sober, when we're drinking, we think we can do the exact same thing. And so this kind of breaks it down for them and lets them know how difficult it really is to try to multitask when you're inebriated.
Well, I couldn't really see with them, so it was kind of hard. It was like kind of hard to figure out where he was trying to come from because like it was coming from all different directions, and it was just difficult.
I mean, this is their developmental years, so any type of education and prevention that we can do now will greatly reduce our traffic fatalities, our traffic incidences as well. We feel that educating them now will prevent a lot of us from having to do a lot of enforcement later on.
We have a grant, a traffic safety grant with the El Paso Independent School District Police Department, and it's for them to conduct enforcement and education for things such as speeding in their area, for them to talk about the distracted driving as well, and seat belts to make sure that the area is buckling up, and as well as the children to make sure that they're in the car seats, the appropriate car seats. And all of this is in hopes for them to be safer out on our roads should they be in a crash, and eventually hopefully save some lives in our community.
We know that we have a lot of school zones. We have a lot of places where students can be injured, and we want to target those areas to where we can educate the drivers to be aware that our students are around and in their areas. It's amazing the amount of feedback we get from the kids. I think the kids, they have a newfound awareness for what's going on. They really appreciate the fact that the police department takes the time to come out and educate them and not just doing enforcement and we're throwing people in jail and stuff like that. So the kids really respect that. They want to learn. They're eager to learn, and when we come out and do these events, especially in the school settings, they just soak it in like a sponge.